Question 11 is our binomial expansion question, and it's 6 marks, so we can tell it's going to take us quite a long time to do it. But it is a show that, so we know we're aiming for this answer here. We can check as we go. The first bit I want to try and work out is 1 plus 4x all to the power of a half. A half because it's this square root here. And the binomial expansion formula is 1 plus n ax plus n take away 1 over 2 ax squared. I'm being very careful with my brackets here to make sure that certainly that part there I need to be doing a 4 squared and sort of just being careful brackets around everything. I can work that one out. This one here I've got a 1, then I've got 4 times a half, which is 2. And for these complicated ones, I first of all look for how many negatives I've got. I've just got the 1 negative there, so this is minus. Let's tap it in the calculator if you want, or you could see that it's 4 squared here is 16, divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. So I've got 2x squared. So that's my first bit. My first bit multiplies out to give that. But now I want to work out the bottom part. And the bottom part is 1 minus x, not to the power of a half this time, because it's on the bottom, to the power of minus half this time. And so again, just using the formula and being careful with the bracket, otherwise I'd have a negative issue here. And this is just working through the formula and working that bit out. So I've got 1 minus minus being plus here, plus a half x. And here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 minuses. So I've got a plus, and that works out to be 3/8 x squared. You might be unsure of what to do next. You might think, oh, I'll add these two together. But 1 add 1 will make 2, and we don't want a 2 there. So what we want to do is we want to multiply these two things together. So what I'm trying to do is 1 plus 2x minus 2x squared multiplied by 1 plus half x plus 3/8 x squared. So first of all, timesing this all by 1 just gives me, well, exactly that thing. Then I want to multiply this 2x by all of these things. Now I've got 2 times 1 is 2x, then I've got 2 times a half, I've just got 1x squared there. Now the last one, 2x times by 3/8 x squared, I'm actually not going to bother with that one. The reason being that that's going to be an x cubed, so I don't want that one. And now doing these ones here, so I've got minus 2x squareds there, and again I'm not going to do these ones because that's going to increase the power to more than the squared that we wanted. So tidying this up now then, look, I've got the 1 there, that's just what we wanted. For the x's, I've got 2 and an extra half, so that's 2.5 or 5 over 2x. And looking at the x squareds, here I've got an x squared and a minus 2x squared, so that's a minus x squared, and so I've got altogether minus 5/8 x squared as required. So 6 marks. It's taken me 3.5 minutes to do it, so it might take you longer. And what we've figured out is that the square root of 1 plus 4x divided by 1 minus x is approximately equal to that. Now, there's always a giveaway mark now, is when is this valid? This is valid only when this part here is less than 1, or the modulus of this is less than 1. So this only works when the modulus of x is less than 1/4. I mean, or this part here, or actually the modulus of x is less than 1, but that's the same thing. And so what we want is it only works for x is less than 1/4. Therefore, half would be wrong. Look, half's bigger than 1/4, so we can't do that. And for the last part, you could go back and read it if you need it. We're going to substitute 1/11 into it. And what we want to do is substitute 1/11 into both sides of this thing. So actually, let's just grab the calculator and let's just see what this first thing is going to give. If we go, so I've got 1 plus 4x on the top, and I've got 1 minus x on the bottom. And I'm going to calculate that when x is 1/11. And when x is 1/11, I get root 6 So x equals 1 over 11 gives me, I've got root 6 over 2 here on this side here. I'm also going to put the 1/11th into that side over there. Putting the 1/11th into that side over there actually gives me 1183 divided by 9. I can't read my own writing. Sorry, 968. I paused there because after 5 minutes I don't want to restart. And so the final line is that root 6 is 1183 divided, just timesing this by 2 now, 1183 divided by 484. And we saw in the mock some people not being able to do that. So when you're asked to substitute this in, you're putting it into both sides. This has got usually something to do with the question. The question here said root 6. And so to change this into a root 6, I've times both sides by 2. 6 minutes, one of my longest videos ever.